Is the red lip too much with the lime green? Maybe. But I want to talk about this lipstick in this video, so we're wearing it, and I'm not changing my shirt. So this is the way it's going to be, okay? We all need to be okay with it. So what is up? I cannot wait to do this video. I came upon the idea of it, I think midway through another video like a few weeks ago, and so many of you guys commented on that video saying, yes, 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 please do it. So that's what we're doing. Today, we're gonna be talking about makeup favorites that I've loved for so long that have now been dethroned. These are new faves, things that came into my world and they rocked that little world. Now they've replaced my favorites. The reality is I'm looking at everything I'm gonna talk about, the old faves and the new faves are all faves. So they're all still good, but yeah, let's chat about them, shall we? I do want to take a second to thank today's video sponsor, which is Casetify. So if you've never heard of Casetify, it is the world's most popular tech accessory brand. It's where I get my phone cases. I have had so many different ones over the years, and I love them all so much. So I love that they're super protective, but they're still super slim. Their Impact series is one of the slimmest profiles, but still super protective. They have over 20% of increased protection, and their Impact series, which is this one here I have on my phone right now, can withstand drops up to 8.2 feet, which is insane. I'll show you a drop test right now of my phone with this case on it. I am never concerned, and I've never, over the years of using Casetify, have had any issues with cracked screens, my phone breaking, and I drop my phone daily. I mean, multiple times a day. I'm sure you do too. But again, I love that it's got that optimal protection, but it maintains the sleekness and thin, slim profile, especially if you're like me, like I'm slipping it into purses, into my pocket. It's nice that it just easily fits, but it's still protective. Plus, I love that it's made from 65% recycled and plant-based material. Plus, they have over 2,000 prints to choose from. They have so many different global artists and collaborations they've done. You can find something for anything you are into. You will find a case to represent that. Plus, you can do customized cases if you want. The current one I have on my phone has JB, and I'm all about, obviously I've got lime green, I've got like bright yellow nails. This has bright yellow lettering on it, which I think is cute. Some of my other phone cases I have this clear one that says, "You look fine," which just makes me smile. And then I also love this one that kind of looks like a toile. And then still one of my most beloved cases I've ever owned is this one with different books on it. It just makes me happy. Plus, they have a lot of cute accessories. I love their phone straps, especially when I'm out and about with the girls or grocery shopping. I'll pop it onto my case. It's super quick and easy to do. And then I can just have it on my wrist while I'm shopping and checking things off my grocery list. Just makes life a little bit easier. Plus, they're really cute. So if you want to check out Casetify for yourself, maybe get yourself a new case, maybe you got a new phone, or maybe you just want an updated case for the current phone that you have, you can go to casetify.com/jessicabraun to get 15% off your order. I'll have the link right at the top of the description box. And thank you so much, Casetify, for continuing to support my channel and sponsor this video. All right, so let's talk about my favorites, and I am not gonna spill my coffee. We have the biggest coffee stain. If you saw my declutter, I recently filmed, I talked about it. We have like a warranty on this carpet, so I'm gonna call Empire today, and supposedly they should have to get it out, and if they can't, they'll replace it. And we're paying for that warranty, so it better work. I'll have to keep you guys posted because we can't get that stain up. All right, Jess. So let's talk about some favorites. I want to start with something that I was surprised to have replaced. So I have been loving the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Blush for a while. It's a liquid blush. I think it's just so pretty. It's easy to use, easy to apply. And the color, like this particular color, I could just go ham with on my cheeks and it always looks pretty. This is La Piscine. The other one I like is Provence. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like that's the one I like a little bit more. It's a little peachier. But it definitely has this kind of translucence to it, which makes it really pretty on the cheeks, really pretty and easy to apply and blend in. But I recently tried the Say Dew blush. This one in particular is in the shade Peachy. I'm wearing it today and I'll show you me applying it. This definitely packs a little bit more of a punch, but it is so creamy and it's just a little bit thicker than the Laura Mercier one. And I just find it so pretty on the cheeks. I never need any highlighter. I love that it gives, hold on, Pinocchio wants in, always. He says, "I just want to be where you are, Mom." Hi, buddy boy. I love watching him like ramp up to like jump up on her bed. Anyway, So it's a little bit thicker, and I, in the weirdest way, like that because I can feel where I'm applying it. I was gonna say you can definitely go overboard, but not really, because you can always, like, I'll usually tap it on and then tap it in a little bit, wipe a little bit off, keep tapping, wipe a little bit off, and then finish up. You could totally use a sponge for it as well. I just like the texture of it a little bit better than the Laura Mercier, and I love the finished look. It definitely gives a little bit more of a glossy look. Not glossy, because I don't want to turn you off, because it's not, but I don't know. I just really, really love the way it looks. I love the way it applies, and it's just a little bit better than the Laura Mercier. So I think the game for you would be, if you were wanting to try this, is to find the shade that would really complement your skin tone. Because I just think, and I'm even realizing this about myself, when I try a blush formula and I just don't have a shade that looks right on me, it's really hard for me to judge the formula because I just don't like the color. You know what I mean? So really finding a shade that would work well for you. Like I said, this one is in Peachy, and I just love it. I love it so much. We have some little bouts of travel coming up, and I'm pretty sure this is what I'm gonna bring, because I just, This is so good. So it's my favorite mascara, and I've tried a lot that I've really liked recently. A lot. But this is the one that is my current favorite, that if I only had one, this would be it. It is that good. And it is, well, let me start with what my favorite used to be before this, okay? So the one that got dethroned is the Essence Lash Princess. I still love this. I still think it's beautiful. It adds volume and lift. It holds the curl. And so price point wise, this is a better price point than the new favorite. So just keep that in mind. If you're more looking to spend this much, I still think this one is awesome, okay? Loved it for years, still love it. But my new favorite is the darn Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara. I don't say this lightly. I don't dethrone that mascara lightly. This stuff is so good. If you can swing the like $20-ish price tag, or maybe wait till it's on sale, I just feel like it gives those the fluttery lash look that doesn't look too overdone. It doesn't, but it holds the curl. Like the way my lashes look right now is exactly how they will look when I wash this off. I don't have any issues getting this mascara off at the end of the day. Like it's so good. And this one is actually getting a little old. I still need to buy a replacement, but it's still rocking, and I just love the look. I feel like it applies and gets to this look really quickly. I don't need to finagle the brush a certain way. I don't need to layer it. Like, it is just out of the bottle really good. Like, really good. So, and I haven't noticed flaking or anything with this. Okay, side note, sidebar, the Tarte tubing mascara. When I initially tried that, I loved it, and I still love it. I have a full size right now that I just recently opened. But here's the thing. If I'm remembering right, one of my best friends tried it, and she was having some smudging, and she was like, it's that Tarte mascara you recommended. I was like, I still recommend it. But I'm noticing with this, the new one I opened, it's also flaking a little bit on me. I'm like, that's weird, because tubing mascaras typically don't do that based on their formula. So I'm like, did they reformulate? I doubt it. I mean, I feel like it's still newer, but I'm telling you, the new one I opened is doing what it was doing to my friend. So I don't know if there's like a weird bad batch out there. Let me know if you've tried it. What are you experiencing? Because I'm telling you, I just said I'm telling you 18 times. I'm so sorry. But I'm telling you, it's performing different than the original one. And I think the original one I tried might have been like a trial size. I don't know. That aside, this one's different. The Tower 28 Make Waves, 10 out of 10. Gonna repurchase. I think it's still sold out on Sephora's website, so I'll probably buy it on, like, I think this is sold on Credo Beauty. I might buy it on there. Oh, so good. And you know what? If I really think about it, the Tower 28 one the formula is more akin to the Lash Paradise because it's a little bit drier, so it's not exactly the same as this. And of course, this is not a dupes video. I do have one coming very soon. Subscribe, stay tuned. But it's not a dupe for it. It's just my new favorite. So there you go. For the longest time, so this is gonna surprise some of you guys, so get ready. The Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Concealer has been my favorite for years. It is very expensive. I repurchased it, like it is still a favorite. But this $10 one that you can buy on Amazon is better. I mean, when both of these are in my drawer, I reach for the Catrice one. It is so good. So many of you guys of all age ranges, we've got mature skin, we've got younger than me, we've got somewhere around my age. Across the board, any of you guys that have tried this have loved it. It's like medium plus coverage. There's something about how creamy it is. It blends in so easily. You know, all concealers are gonna sink into fine lines in some capacity. I don't think this is like a terrible offender of that, you know? It just looks pretty. It just looks pretty. Like there's a reason out of all of my concealers, and you just saw me recently declutter them, out of all of them, this is my favorite. Like I've said in past videos, you have to buy it on Amazon. I mean, I think you could buy it on Catrice's site, but you might as well buy it on Amazon if you have an account, which I'm assuming most of you do. I love it so much. It says it's waterproof. I mean, I have not tested that claim. I do think it wears really beautifully throughout the day. So I love it. I keep saying I need to repurchase it because I do. And if you're curious, I wear the shade 10 Cool Cashmere, and it is a perfect shade match for me. So good. And you know what? In this case, you're saving a lot of money. And honestly, when I think about it, the Shiseido one, the reason I loved it, again, it was like medium plus coverage. And the idea is that it's self-refreshing, so you can like tap in, like when it sinks into your fine lines, inevitably, you can kind of tap it in and it looks as good as new. I feel like the Catrice performs similarly, so if you were curious. I finally found a replacement for my Makeup by Mario The Perfect Brown eyeliner. It's consistently sold out. I've loved it for years, because the way I've been doing my liner for the past year or so is I'll just kind of line the top part. I'll put some in the top waterline because I feel like that makes my lashes, the band of my lashes, just look fuller. But my big thing with pencil eyeliner is I don't want it to transfer down to the waterline because that's just not how I do my makeup. So this doesn't transfer, but it's only this shade, the Perfect Brown, which is always sold out. So I've been on the hunt to find one that's not always sold out, but that also was maybe cheaper because this is around $20. So I tried the Sephora 12 hour. I've almost used this one up, and this is the second one. I keep repurchasing it and I am using it up. But it's their 12 hour colorful eyeliner. This shade is Tiramisu, which is just like the Perfect Brown. In fact, I don't know that I've ever tried them on camera next to each other for you guys. Yeah, like there's the Perfect Brown by Mario. This one's Tiramisu, so it's maybe slightly lighter. I mean, slightly. This might be better. I mean, it is. There's a reason I have a full one of these, and this one I keep using up. I'm reaching for this. I think it transfers even less to the waterline. Like with the Makeup by Mario, every once in a while, I'll have to kind of wipe down there and be like, oh, okay. I never have to wipe down there. I don't even have to think about it because it does not transfer down. I don't know what in the world they've done to this formula, but it works. So they have a lot of different shades. They have colors, like so many different colors. It says it's waterproof. I love it. And it's around $10 instead of like $20. So not only is it better and it has more color options, but it's also half the price. Cheers all around, I know. I love it so much. Also, when Sephora does their savings events, the Sephora Collection brand, because this is Sephora's brand, is 30% off, so that's a good time. Like next time, I should have bought, see, I knew this would happen. I should have bought more and just bought like 2 or 3. Also my allergies, if you're hearing my stuffy nose. It is allergies. I feel like it hasn't been as bad when it comes to like, I better knock on wood, sneezing and stuff, because I've been really on top of taking allergy medicine, but the just stuffiness of it all has been at its normal level of awful. All right, so this primer I have loved when it comes to a gripping kind of pore filling, I'm going to kind of say primer. I've always loved the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is not something I use all of the time, usually just from a time standpoint. It's a step I skip, but I do notice a difference in the wear time of my makeup when I do wear it. Well, it has been replaced by this here, the L'Oreal Prime Lab Pore Minimizer. These are not the exact same type of primer. So I almost didn't mention it because I'm like, Jessica, this one's more like gripping. This one's more pore minimizing. But I feel like this one helps the wear time of my makeup as well. So not only do I feel like it fills in my pores on my nose where makeup typically looks the worst midway throughout the day, but I also feel like the makeup just lasts longer on my nose. It won't last longer today because I will be blowing my nose numerous times, so it just won't. But on a general, normal, non-allergy type day, I really have been loving this. So if you've been thinking about trying a new primer, especially for wear time, you might consider this one. This one also says supposedly skin will look smoother over time because it's got an AHA, LHA, BHA complex. Again, I don't use it regularly enough to notice that, but I really have enjoyed it. Like I said, they're not exactly for the same thing, but it is a great primer, and I just wanted to mention it. All right, the Lippy. This, I don't have the lipstick that this replaced, but my favorite for years, and I'll pop a picture on the screen, is the Marc Jacobs Le Marc Cream Lipstick in the shade Oh Miley. It was my go-to red. I wore it on our honeymoon when we went to Paris. Like, it was the red. I don't even think they make it anymore. But, and the one I had, I think I might have kept, but I put away because it was getting old because, again, it was like from my honeymoon. Well, this crawled into my life this past year, and I have not looked back. It is my go-to red. I don't often mess around with other reds because this, I know, is exactly the shade I want, the formula I want, the look I want, makes my teeth look whiter. So it's the NARS Power Matte Lipstick in Dragon Girl. So here, let me kick you a scenario. If you are someone that typically buys drugstore makeup across the board, totally get it because, quite frankly, drugstore makeup's the bomb. You guys know I talk about it all the time. Well, if you were to splurge on one kind of makeup item that's gonna last a few years, that is gonna be like worth the price, this may be it. Because if you're a red lipstick wearer, because if you're gonna be someone that wears it when you go out on dates or out with friends or on special events, this is something that does not move, but it doesn't make your lips look super dry. Like, after a few hours, if I'm wearing it to a wedding, let's say, I'll go in the bathroom, I'll kind of reapply, especially to the middle if I've been drinking water, eating, whatever. But it is, beyond that, it is so comfortable and pretty. I always get asked what I'm wearing, even in person when I'm wearing this red lipstick. So that shade Dragon Girl is the one that is gonna give you that kind of blue toned red, cool toned red that makes your teeth look whiter than maybe they are. It's so good. I also love that it's kind of thinner because I don't even typically grab a lip liner with it. I just kind of use the side of it to line the lips. It's that good, you guys. It is that good. So I love it, love it, love it. It has totally replaced the Marc Jacobs, which is good because, like I said, I don't even think they make that anymore. I think that's everything. I probably could have done like 5 more. Maybe in a few months I'll do another video covering this same topic because this is a natural thing that happens. I get asked a lot, like, what is your favorite mascara? What is your #1 powder or whatever? And it's always so hard to answer because the reality is what could work for me really well might be terrible for you based on your skin tone or your skin type or your preferences. But I like sharing these because hopefully you get something valuable out of this, whether it's because you like liquid blushes a lot and you want to try a new formula, or you're just looking for that one mascara that is just foolproof, which I really do think is the Tower 28. There's a reason that thing is selling out. It has been viral for a freaking year. It's so good. Anyway. All right, I hope that you enjoyed. Again, thank you to Casetify for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. If you want to get your own phone case or accessories, they have so many different options on there. You can go to casetify.com/jessicabraun today to get 15% off your order. I'll have the link right at the top of the description box. This is a great time to check it out because the video's over. Anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.